It's more than 100 tons of technology, and it's only in Irving.
So there's literally nobody in the world has what you're seeing here today.
We are inside the Texas Center for Proton Therapy to find out how this can make a difference for cancer patients.
This is Tina, the puppuccino.
Superman. We have Superman Dingo.
Dogfest raises money for Canine Companions for Independence, and we are learning more about lives changed and what's ahead for the facility.
I'll say that many times tonight. From all segments of Irving, we feel a great deal of support.
Neighborhoods come together to mark National Night Out. See one of the many block parties. Plus the latest park getting renovated, the cause behind this huge charity walk in Irving, and the search for clues after a crime caught on camera. This is City Source. A special event draws attention to the link between domestic violence and pets. Hello and welcome to City Source. I'm Thomas Gandy. That story is coming up. But first, Irving Police Chief Larry Boyd is talking about his upcoming retirement. It happened during National Night Out, an effort to promote safe neighborhoods. Our team was at one of many block parties across Irving. A parade of kids on bikes and big wheels does not sound like a crime-fighting strategy, but it is part of one, along with this neighborhood bingo game.
You have to go and say, if you want to play, to go and get to know your neighbor. Did you live in Irving? Were you born in Irving? Did you go to the Spring Fling?
Go by, say hello, introduce yourself.
Getting to know neighbors is one of the main goals of National Night Out.
I wanted to get out and meet the neighbors that we don't see every day.
Thank you all for making a difference.
This is the celebration hosted by the University Hills Association of Homeowners, and there were many more across the city of Irving.
I did want to talk about how important it is to do what you guys are doing. You're coming together as a community to make a statement that this community is organized and you guys take care of each other and you care about what happens here.
Residents are getting a close look at police and fire equipment and learning more about what the departments do.
We have the folks that protect and serve and put out the fires and drive the red and blue lights, and I think that's what we're all here for. Let's go.
We want to show support because in times right now the way they are, we want to show that we do have their back.
I'm sure you've noticed across the nation right now that this is a challenging time in law enforcement, and I am so proud of our Irving community. From all segments of Irving, we feel a great deal of support.
Irving Police Chief Larry Boyd recently announced plans to retire at the end of the year.
I came here thinking I'm going to do 10 years. That was my thought, and I overshot it by 2 years because it is such a good job.
We've got the best police chief I've ever seen in the city of Irving, and we're going to miss him tremendously.
But you guys are in good hands because this department, this city, is not served because you have a great police chief, but because you have a great police department.
And here at this National Night Out event, it's about neighbors building relationships with police and each other to make a safer city.
You just kind of know everybody in your neighborhood, and if there's something that's kind of seems off, or you can easily just call your neighbor instead of just kind of wondering and letting it go.
National Night Out is a great opportunity not only to meet your neighbors, but to have a common ground in what is important for all of us. And I believe that Irving has done a great job doing that, bringing people together and looking for a better opportunity for the next generations.
Knows we're an Irving police
Look at the
station.
middle one.
I know that one.
We're not perfect. No one is. We're not a perfect police department. We're not a perfect city. But we're all working together and working to get to perfection. We're all working to make this a greater place to live.
On our YouTube channel, catch up on any police news you may have missed. Look for the Irving Police playlist at youtube.com/the City of Irving. In today's Crime Fighters, an armed robbery caught on cameras. Take a look at this surveillance video from a Metro PCS store in the 1400 block of East Grawweiler Road. Watch as a man pulls a gun on the clerks, but you will notice that it's only after that he pulls up his mask, so we get a look at his face. The clerks empty the money into a plastic grocery bag, and the robber runs out. The store had multiple cameras, so we can see it here from another angle. If you have information, call the Irving Police Department at 972-273-1010 or email ipdcrimetips@cityofirving.org, and that's how you can be a City Source crime fighter. Other news now, another local park is getting upgraded. The playground at Champions Park on Cowboys Parkway in Valley Ranch is expected to reopen at the end of the month. When it does, it will be almost twice as big and boast a new play structure with more swings. You will notice that the play area is covered with shade, which will be especially appreciated in the hot summer months. And while we talk Parks and Rec, a reminder that Twin Wells Golf Course will be closed for a while. Crews are installing a new irrigation system, tee boxes, and putting greens, and they will be updating the clubhouse. The course is expected to reopen in the summer of 2018. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. We have told you how the city of Irving is hosting Illuminate Irving on the Mandalay Canal, and we will have coverage of that on our next show. But this time we have an event that brings attention to a domestic violence related topic many people may not think about, and that is how beloved pets can end up in the middle of these tough and dangerous situations. The shelter Brighter Tomorrows is working to raise awareness while having some fun too. Take a look.
Good boy.
It's an event that celebrates how much people love their pets.
This is Toby. He's a little baby dog.
They're so adorable, and they're all dressed up in, we're gonna have a pet costume contest.
But all of this fun at Lively Park is meant to draw attention to a serious issue.
This is Purple Paw Project. This is our 4th annual event. Brighter Tomorrows is hosting it to raise money and awareness for animals that are being abused in domestic violence homes.
Brighter Tomorrows is the only domestic violence shelter in Dallas County that welcomes pets.
This is where we house the animals during the day.
This is the Brighter Tomorrows Pet Room. The location of the shelter is kept confidential to help keep clients safe. The staff developed the room, decorated with pictures from past Purple Paw events, after one of the many sad cases the shelter sees.
We had a lady who came into the shelter at night, and she didn't tell us that she had 2 dogs with her. And unfortunately, our shelter wasn't equipped to handle dogs inside the shelter. And it really broke our heart because she wouldn't allow us to reach out to the resources that would help us to get her dogs safe. She needed them with her.
The Brighter Tomorrow staff says victims needing help may sometimes be reluctant to leave because they want to keep their pets in a home.
That is when it became really apparent that we weren't meeting the needs of our clients, and taking into consideration that people's families include their little furry babies.
Also, in those tense households, pets can also become victims.
It's more likely that a pet will be abused in a home that has domestic violence, whether the pet gets involved because they're trying to protect their guardian, or he or she abuses the pets to get back at the children, get back to their partners. It's just another form of control. So we've had all kinds of pets. So there's dogs and cats. We've had hamsters.
This room is only empty now because cameras are here and they don't want to show anything identifiable.
We actually have a pet currently in our shelter that was a victim of abuse. It was that incident that made her decide to leave, was when they started turning on her pet.
Stories such as that one are what motivates them to come out here to Lively Park to raise money and educate people about this issue few people think about. Community partners, including the DFW Humane Society and the Irving Police Department, are also here to let people know about available services.
I work at the Family Advocacy Center, and there we have a counseling center, which we refer anybody that we talk to that's been through something traumatic, been through something stressful.
They are getting attention for their cause by reminding people of their own love of animals and getting them to think about domestic violence.
Just thinking of it, I'm already crying and inside.
This is a community issue. The shelter belongs to our community, and we are meeting the needs of our clients.
Yeah, the staff at Brighter Tomorrows says that more shelters are recognizing the need to take in pets, and accommodations for animals are becoming more common. And pet lovers will want to stick around because we are at Canine Companions for Independence for Dog Fest a little later in the show. But before we get to that, a charity that formed in Irving 20 years ago is celebrating how it has expanded over the years and how it is making a difference in the lives of thousands of families facing tragedy. City Source went to Calvary Church, where hundreds gathered for a walk to remember.
Today marks the 20th anniversary of Mend, as well as our 20th Walk to Remember. I started MEND in 1996, 1 year following the stillbirth of my baby, Jonathan Daniel Mitchell. For about 7 or 8 years, we were just here in Irving, Texas, and now basically all over the United States. And in fact, we even have a sister chapter in Africa.
We remember Jonathan Daniel Mitchell.
We have a list of all the babies that are being remembered, and as we call out the family's name, the baby's names, their families will come forward, and we have ornaments. The families will come forward and place their ornaments on one of our 4 trees.
We remember baby Gamez, April 2007.
I lost my son at 7 weeks old, and I just recently lost my twins. And one of the best things about coming to this event is knowing that we're not the only ones that go through this pain.
One of the biggest fears families have after the loss of a baby is that people will forget. They won't remember their babies that died. And this is the perfect opportunity for families to bring their extended families here, set aside one day of the year where we remember our babies.
We didn't know until, we came that there was this many out there that were in the same boat as us.
Today's actually would have been our daughter's 4th birthday.
It's a hard road, no doubt. I've been very thankful for MEND and what they've done for us.
Growing up, my mother lost 3 babies between myself and my youngest brother, so I remember that time as sadness and a bit of confusion. It's really amazing that there's an organization to turn to.
We offer monthly support groups, a variety of monthly support groups. Also one for the dads, one for the moms who are pregnant again.
Someone had referred us to this support group, and it really made a big difference as far as helping us deal with all the choices we made. That was the biggest thing.
The Garden of Hope, we actually started this project a few years ago, and it just was sort of slow going, but we decided what better year to make this happen than the 20th anniversary of MEND. So here we are today.
They've done a great job on it. It looks beautiful.
Yes, we're looking forward to purchasing a brick to put out there in her memory.
It is open to the community to come here just to find comfort, a place of quietness, a place to pray, a place to remember.
And we're all here in memory of each and every single one of our angels.
Everybody wants to remember and no one wants to forget.
That garden is open to everyone. It is located at Calvary Church on State Highway 161 in Irving. Check out this volunteer effort at Lively Park. Employees from Vizient pitched in to spruce up the area around the pool. It is part of the company's annual Community Day. The business, previously known as VHA, has helped with city projects for years.
Vizient's had a community day for a number of years, and it's just a way for us to get more involved with the community, and our employees are eager to do it.
I believe they've been doing this for about 12, 13 years, and they've been partnering with KIB for most of those. This is a project where we are painting here at Lively Point Swimming Pool. We're doing the building, some of the fencing. They came here ready to go, and they're great people to work with, and really have a great volunteer spirit.
It's not just about giving; it's about paying back what we receive from the people around us that we spend time with outside of our work.
That project was in partnership with Keep Irving Beautiful and the City of Irving's Parks Department. In business news, it's where medicine and technology come together to make a difference for cancer patients. City Source reporter Susan Kamyab got to tour the Texas Center for Proton Therapy.
This is a very locked down facility.
What's down this hallway can treat cancer. The Texas Center for Proton Therapy, located on Royal Lane, holds what it calls the most advanced life-saving technology in Texas.
This piece of equipment is our gantry, and as you can see, it's quite large.
This is one of the 3 treatment rooms, which includes a 30-foot tall machine weighing more than 100 tons.
It's hard for you to wrap your mind around that. He can rotate it 360 degrees so that the proton beam can be aimed from any angle toward the patient's body that needs to be treated.
Proton therapy is a form of radiation therapy that destroys cancer cells while minimizing damage to normal, healthy tissue.
The benefit being we can control the radiation dose inside a patient, so it doesn't go all the way through a patient like X-ray therapy would.
We're able to provide pencil beam scanning, treatment delivery, and onboard cone beam CT to target the area we're going to treat before we actually treat with proton therapy. So it is literally nobody in the world has what you're seeing here today.
The center also offers the highest state-of-the-art imaging equipment for their patients.
We have PET, we have CT, and we have MRI. And then we have an on-site comprehensive laboratory, and so that any type of blood work that needs to be done can be done here on site.
It's been nearly a year since the Texas Center for Proton Therapy has been in operation helping cancer patients. And the Greater Irving Las Colinas Chamber of Commerce was there to celebrate with a special ribbon cutting.
We're celebrating the completion of the third and final treatment room, and therefore we're in full clinical operations now, and so in that regard it is a grand opening in terms of presenting us to the rest of the Irving community.
And having this cancer treatment facility so close to home is not only beneficial to us, but also for those traveling from out of town as well.
The Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex is the largest metropolitan area in the country, so Irving, it made sense because you're only 9 minutes from the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, probably only 15 minutes from Love Field.
With its convenient location and highly innovative technology, the Texas Center for Proton Therapy is a new breakthrough in healthcare and hope for more cancer survivors. Susan Kamyab for City Source.
And in other business news, Etihad Airways announced it will increase the number of flights between DFW Airport and Abu Dhabi. As you see here, the airline launched service from DFW in late 2014 with 3 flights per week. Starting in February, those flights will be daily. The airline says the increase is a result of higher demand. The Trinity Railway Express is making big changes to its train schedules. Those changes come in response to customer requests. Trains will now run every 30 minutes for morning and evening rush hours. Also, Friday and Saturday evening service will be extended later to encourage travel for weekend activities. Saturday morning departures will begin about 3 hours earlier to help workers on early shifts. The changes take effect on October 24th. A program offered through a regional planning organization means drivers may be eligible for vouchers up to $3,500 for vehicle replacement or up to $600 for repairs. It's all in the pursuit of cleaner air. The program, called AirCheck Texas Drive a Clean Machine, is now accepting applications for the vouchers. Income documentation is required. The North Central Texas Council of Governments is administering the program locally. Find more at that agency's website. It's the acronym for North Central Texas Council of Governments, and you see we have it on the screen for you right now. Here's a chance to get rid of unwanted medicines. It's the Take Back Initiative. The Drug Enforcement Agency and Irving Police team up to collect medication for destruction. The Take Back Initiative will be happening on October 22nd from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. in the parking lots of 2 Walgreens in Irving, 5310 North MacArthur Boulevard and 1330 North Beltline Road. Household chemicals will be collected that same day at the Briary compound. That includes your pool and lawn chemicals, cleaners, and fluorescent light bulbs. Vouchers are required, but they are free for residents who call Solid Waste Services at 972-721-2232. Now to another great event at Canine Companions for Independence. The facility in Irving is about to mark 1 year in operation, and we were there for a fundraiser where we met a lot of people and their pets having a great time. It's paws to the pavement as Dogfest Walk and Roll gets underway.
And we wouldn't miss it.
This is a fundraiser for Canine Companions for Independence in Irving. While this walk is the title event, there is a lot more happening here.
We have Superman Dingo. He is having fun. He's giving kisses to everybody and playing.
Stacy Burton entered Dingo in a cakewalk. Check out the prize.
This one I think is apple, and I think some of them have carob, some have peanut butter.
You can see the winner clearly enjoyed it. More prizes are at stake here, as some are just getting up in time for the costume contest.
She loves going to Starbucks to get the whipped cream puppuccinos there. So we thought, hey, let's make her favorite food.
After judges checked them out,
we had to give it up for the poodle.
Bring them up front and center. Let's take a look.
Oh, he loves it. He sees our color come out and he gets excited because he knows it means he's getting lots of love and attention. Hi. Oh.
along with this fun today, these pet owners say their dogs bring a lot of bigger benefits.
Oh my gosh, he goes to work with me every day. He's my buddy, he's my friend.
So they can understand the difference specially trained dogs can make in the lives of people who need them. And that's what happens at Canine Companions.
This is Pensy. I was diagnosed at age 8 with autism, and when I graduated her, it was the happiest day of my life. She helps me in public, at home.
Pensy has been a game changer for my son. She's my right hand when he struggles and has difficulty. She comes right to the rescue.
She just helps me in public because I never really like going out in public.
It's just wonderful to see what it does
for their families, for that individual.
Judge Ed Kincaid played a big role in bringing this campus to Irving, and now that it's been open for nearly a year, he's hearing the success stories.
We gave one at the Cowboy game last year, and Captain Caspers is the fellow that got it, and he's still in the Army. He had his leg blown off with an IED in Afghanistan, and we had to find a dog for him that was big enough, because he's 6'5", that could pick up the leg, the artificial leg. So boy, he's got a really big dog, wrote me the nicest note, and he and the dog go out and run.
We're also getting updates on some of the people we have met along the way. Lauren Taylor got Buchanan in August to help her get around the University of North Texas. A few months in,
it's good. He's loving college, loves all the squirrels. History is not his favorite subject. He groans a lot, but it's okay because it's not my favorite subject either.
And you may also remember the Murphys from our coverage back in January. They volunteered to raise puppies in their home and get them ready for advanced training. There was one named Tyler who was especially tough to give up.
And you're gonna make me cry already, but I was very attached to him. Still at my gift.
Here at Dog Fest, we met the O'Days, who got Tyler.
We've had Tyler in our family for 3 years. He is a skilled companion for our son Adam. Adam was diagnosed with autism, and since then we were looking for answers to help him both socially and behaviorally.
Adam shared his story on stage.
I get really stressed out easily, so he's always there to calm me down.
Every day we're thankful for him. He's a huge blessing. He's a social bridge for Adam when we go places. People ask him, hey, what's your dog's name? And so Adam has gotten more comfortable talking in public and talking to people one-on-one, where before he wouldn't be able to do that.
As for the family we met that raised Tyler through his puppy phase,
they're amazing people.
They are now raising Kincaid. This was him in January, and look at him now. He has grown a lot. And his namesake, Judge Kincaid,
you're the real Kincaid, now try not to embarrass you, okay?
Is talking growth of a different kind, growth of the campus.
We're going to raise some more money. We need to build a building right here for administration. We need to build some more cabins, and then probably another 24 kennels.
Back at the event, even though the walk on this day is relatively short, the people on it are more interested in the journey. The mission of Canine Companions to help people who need the help of a dog.
CCI is a wonderful organization, and without them and without all the breeder caretakers and the volunteers and puppy raisers and donors, we wouldn't have this. My son wouldn't have this opportunity.
What a great blessing. This wonderful facility we have here in Irving. You've changed a life.
As families share their stories, these participants keep walking, knowing that every step puts them farther on the path of helping more people.
Those dogs are absolutely awesome and serve a great purpose.
I just added a Canine Companions playlist to our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/The City of Irving. It's a great place to get caught up on any stories you may have missed, and some of my personal favorites have come from that campus. And by the way, Canine Companions will be our topic in the November edition of Open Line. And if you want a dog to take to the next fun event, like that Dog Fest, JP Zavala has our Pets of the Week from the Animal Care Campus.
We're here at the Animal Care Campus with Michael Whiteside. And Michael, Clyde, could you tell us a little bit about this guy?
Definitely. Clyde is about a year old. He's a Chihuahua mix that came into the city as a stray, and then we rescued him from there. He's really sweet. He loves giving kisses. But I think the most interesting thing about him is he's got this beautiful coat that you don't really see a whole lot of on Chihuahuas, so it makes him a little more unique and unusual.
I didn't know he was a Chihuahua.
Yeah, he is a Chihuahua mix. I have no idea what he's mixed with. But obviously something that has a bit more coloring than your typical Chihuahua. But he's really sweet. He's actually seems to be enjoying being held right now. And he's great on a leash as well.
All right, Michael, and this guy seems to be super active, really excited.
And he is. This is Spencer. He is about 5 months old. We have him listed as a terrier mix, and he came to us from another rescue organization. that needed to free up some space, but he's definitely all puppy. So, if you have an active family, he's great around all sorts of people. He's been great around other dogs, but he's going to be a perfect companion for an active family that has a yard, especially to get some of this excess puppy energy out. He's about 5 months old, so I don't think he's going to get a whole lot bigger than he is right now. So that's definitely something to keep in mind, but he will get a little bit bigger, but probably not too much more.
He seems to be really friendly too, so I'm guessing the kids would love Spencer.
He's really friendly. When we have corporate service groups come in, this is one of the favorites because he is so friendly with everybody that he meets. He just really enjoys being around people.
And this beautiful dog?
This is Lainey. She is about a year old. She just came to us a little while back and she had to have surgery on a tendon, but that's completely healed. She is sort of a special dog because she does suffer from some separation anxiety. So when she's adopted, she's really going to need to go to a home that has someone around pretty regularly, as well as she loves other pets, and that helps her a lot with her separation anxiety if she's around other pets, and that can be dogs or cats.
Now I know small pets are very popular for people to adopt, but why should one consider a big pet, a big dog?
Bigger, yes, puppies and small dogs are usually the first to get adopted. With your larger pets, they are harder, especially when they're black dogs like this one. But a lot of them, from my experience, have been that they tend to be a little more grateful when they get home because they know what it's like to have been in the shelter. And this month, especially in October, we have a Big Dogs, Big Deals special going on. So all dogs in the shelter that are over 40 pounds are only $25 to adopt every day that we're open during the month of October.
All right, there you have it. If you want a big friendly dog, the month of October is the time to do it, right, Michael?
That's correct, and Lainey will be here waiting for you.
Thanks, Michael, and back to you, Thomas.
All right, JP, thank you. The Animal Care Campus is located at 4140 Valley View Lane. It is open Tuesday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 6 p.m. Then on Saturday, the hours are 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. Also, check out the websites you see on the screen. A first-time event on the Mandalay Canal is designed to raise awareness of domestic violence. We are covering Illuminate Irving on the next City Source. Also, a look at progress on the Campion Trail as volunteers help to get it back to how it was before big floods. And young people are learning to stay safe on the roads at the Teen Driver Safety Fair. Those stories and more next time. Email us your thoughts on our stories. The address is ictn@cityofirving.org. We may read some of your messages here on the show, or you can always comment on our videos at youtube.com/thecityofirving. And how about subscribing to our channel while you're there? And that's it for this edition of City Source. We leave you now with more from Dogfest at Canine Companions for Independence. Thanks to everyone who is a part of this one, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.